Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever YouTube video where I am going to be uh, talking about 3 amps which I've managed to acquire over the years, and they are all from the same family. Over on the far corner I've got my Roland Jazz Chorus, which I suppose you could call the grandfather or the patriarch of these 3 amps. Next to that, I have the Roland Cube, an 80 GX, and next to that, I have a Boss Katana set to the 100 watt Mark II. These 3 amps, as I say, are all related. I'm just going to show you the settings for the 3 amps. What I've done is I've set them all to the middle position near enough on all the dials and set the volumes so that they reflect the noise that I'm hearing in the room. They all come out to roughly being the same. Now these are set only with the chorus effect on. Obviously the granddaddy is called the Jazz Chorus, so that's what I'll be talking about today. The one obvious thing that I can say, just observation wise, the Jazz Chorus, there is some white noise coming from it when there's nothing, no volume is switched on. Now when you're close to it you can hear it. If you're going to be away, it will be, you won't hear anything, I'm sure. And obviously when you start playing, that white noise disappears into the background. So this one is definitely a little bit noisier than the other two. The other thing I'm going to mention is that I've got 3 amps which more or less do exactly the same thing, or near enough the same thing. One of them is going to have to go. I think I know which one it is, but I suppose after doing this demo I will make my mind up. Size wise, I bought this one several years ago. It was in good condition and it is a really good amp. I heard somebody let me borrow their Jazz Chorus many years ago, and I loved the sound that came out of it so much I said I had to buy one. I managed to grab one off of eBay, but since COVID it's just been sat underneath my desk for the past 3 or 4 years. I also acquired a cube off of eBay. I bought the Boss Katana out of my own money, so that is my amp. At the moment, if I do go out and play anywhere, the cube goes with me. It's the smallest, the most compact, and it does the job. If I need to switch, I can just switch effects. I use the pedal from the Boss Katana on the cube, and that GAFS foot switch does work a treat. So 3 amps, all set to chorus. Let me stop talking. Let me do some playing. I'm in the Roland Jazz Chorus at the moment, and the one thing that I can say, it is really, compared to the other two, with the settings that I've got, it is a lot brighter than both the Cube and the Katana. But the chorus is great. If I move over to the Cube, with the settings I've got, the Cube is much darker than the Roland Jazz Chorus. Sorry, this is a JC-77, by the way. This is, as I think I said before, a 80 GX, and the Boss Katana is 100. I've got the 100 set down to 50 watts so that they can be, the comparable output. And now to the Katana. Now playing through the Katana, it is somewhere in between the cube and the jazz chorus. But having said that, to my ear, it sounds a lot more clinical, a lot more surgical, I suppose is the way I would describe it. The cube sounds much more natural, whereas the jazz chorus is a lot brighter. Um, this is they're famous for their chorus effects from the obviously from the Boss parent company. Which one would I keep? I will keep the Katana because of the versatility and the power. I wouldn't use it as a practice amp personally. I think if I've got to go out and gig somewhere, I would gig with the Boss Katana. At the moment, I'm using the Cube as my practice amp. So if I go to band practice, that's the amp I will take. Primarily because of its size and ruggedness, I can stick that in the back of the car and not feel any inhibitions about it being moved around and bashed about. Whereas I'd feel a little bit more hesitant about doing that with the Roland Jazz Chorus. This grill is a lot softer, a lot more delicate. The buttons, the size of the buttons also make it, I think, susceptible to breakage, along with these levers here. Whereas gigging with the Boss, practicing with the Cube, this one, because of its age, because of the noise it's making, its ambient noise, I think it will have to go. It's not as versatile. The versatility of the Katana is even greater than that of the Cube, even though the Cube is great. The Cube to me sounds more natural. Keeping these two, this one's going. Probably not a surprise, but there you go. Hope that made sense. Thanks a lot.